What is this Eagles team doing? In the words of the immortal Lex Luger, I don't know! You Botchamania fans will get that. I can't even make it to draft day. I can't even make it to draft day without feeling the need and the itch, the scratch to make a football video. That's what I'm doing today. If you asked me last week, Archfiend, what do you feel the odds are that Sam Bradford is going to have a job on this Philadelphia Eagles team as a starting quarterback? I would have said slim to none. The team is looking like to fill out their cap space, the remaining cap space left, by extending contracts. Extended a number of people. Like the rumors they're going to extend Cox, and with all that stuff and all the rumors and all the re-signings and everything like that, I'm like, you know what? It looks like they're gearing their future towards the stability pieces. It's a little redundant. The stability pieces that are here. I like re-signing Malcolm Jenkins and guys like that, and I like, okay, everything's going good. I haven't had issue with any of the re-signings. But then yesterday they cut D'Amico Ryans, which I don't have a problem with, but that leans more towards like, hey, we need cap room if we're gonna re-sign Bradford, and like they're trying to shore up cap room and give extra cap room, whereas like they weren't really sweating D'Amico Ryans being on the roster before this, and frankly, D'Amico Ryans and a number of people are coming out saying like, why did the Eagles do something so stupid? That's a Pro Bowl linebacker. Was a Pro Bowl linebacker. Anyone who's been following D'Amico Ryans, and I have given him nothing but respect his entire career. He is not the same guy. He is never going to be the same guy. He is lucky if he's going to be able to make an NFL team the next 2 seasons, and that's the 2 seasons, and that's just keeping it real. The way Jordan Hicks was playing last year, I ain't sweating losing a linebacker like D'Amico Ryans that frankly got blown up more than he blew people up. Again, that's just keeping it real, folks. So, what do I think is going to happen? I posed the question to you guys on Twitter last night. I said, who do you think is going to be the starting quarterback here for the Philadelphia Eagles? I gave your options: Sam Bradford, RG3. I'm sorry, I can't mention that without just having a sudden urge to vomit. That guy from Washington who sat on the bench while Kirk Cousins played. Draft a rookie quarterback. Or Mark Sanchez. I'm sorry, I get the same reaction there. All right, so Sam Bradford, guy who sat on bench behind Kirk Cousins, draft a rookie quarterback, or that guy with the Mexican last name who makes me want to vomit any single time I mention him. Anyways, the far majority of you, the majority vote went to Sam Bradford. Second went to that guy that backs up Kirk Cousins, sat on the bench while Kirk Cousins played this year in Washington. And then the guy with the Mexican last name and the drafted rookie quarterback came in third, fourth, bounced around that. That's all well and good, but I still sit here. Well, I'm standing. I'm actually kind of leaning, so it's kind of a sit. But anyways, I still don't think Sam Bradford wants to be here. But with Kaepernick saying he wants to stay in San Francisco, that's pulling another potential team that would be wanting a starting quarterback. And, what is Denver going to do? Are they going to stick with Osweiler? Or are they going to want to invest in a new starting quarterback? Which leaves you with the Texans and saying that, hey, we still want a starting quarterback. But, you got your head coach there. They can get his boy from Penn State probably late in the first round, and I think they're going to end up doing that. Anyway, honestly, I cannot tell you with any certainty who I think is going to be the starting quarterback for this Philadelphia Eagles team. And if it was Bradford, that's why I want to just like hypothetically go over the options here. If it was Bradford and they re-sign him, just say a 3-year deal, we'll just hypothetically say, I'd be fine with that as long as it isn't like, 25 million plus a year, like something like that. I'd be like, whoa, calm down. I'm willing to pay like a 22 million max for 1 year and then, add 2 other years on top of that. But if you got him at a good price, I'd be okay with that because he is someone who deserves to start in this league. And frankly, I don't want to see the Eagles become the Cleveland Browns because, frankly, they're on the fringe of becoming the Cleveland Browns. I mean, when's the last time the Cleveland Browns re-signed a quarterback that was on their roster? Like, I honestly, I can't name it. Bernie Kosar, was that the last one? Like, has there been anyone on the Browns since Bernie Kosar that had his contract at some point re-upped with the Browns? Like, I literally can't think of one after that. And that's sad. I don't want people saying, like, when's the last time the Eagles had a quarterback that they re-signed? Like Michael Vick, was that the last one? That guy that played 50 years ago? Is that what people are going to start saying? How I'm saying, like, Bernie Kosar who played 50 years ago? Okay, it wasn't that long, but you get what I'm saying. So if it was Bradford, why did I stop moving? I think better when I move. If it was Bradford, I'd be okay with it for the fact that he is someone who I feel, may not take you to the promised land, and I do want someone to take me to the promised land, is someone who at least deserves to be a starting quarterback in this league. But after this Super Bowl, I'm changing my tenor just a bit about what I expect out of my quarterbacks because yet again in my lifetime, you saw a team that had a quarterback that played the shits in the season. Actually, hands down, played the absolute worst that you've ever seen a Super Bowl winning quarterback play in what Peyton Manning played. 9 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, went in the Super Bowl, 0 touchdowns, 2 turnovers. He threw for like 140-something yards, and you still won a Super Bowl with that. Do I think Sam Bradford can do better than 9 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, and play a Super Bowl game where he doesn't turn the ball over twice and at least gets a touchdown? Now, I know that's all getting ahead of ourselves here because it's like, well, yeah, Sam Bradford can do that if the Eagles have the same defense that the Broncos had. I get all that. But the point being is that it's becoming a bit too often, maybe not the majority of the time, but you're seeing non-elite quarterbacks. And yes, Peyton Manning was elite. He was far from elite this year. You're seeing quarterbacks that aren't playing elite football, winning championships, getting rings on their finger. And God damn it, I want it to happen in this town. Anyway. So if we re-sign Bradford, get him for a good price, I can deal with that. But frankly, if Bradford just doesn't like it here, and going back a little bit here too, what Bradford did might not have been that impressive. And a lot of his stats may have been near the lower end of the league. What he did with what his receivers didn't do, like catching balls, is kind of impressive. And I've even said that a number of times this year, Sam Bradford can't catch the footballs he throws. All right, that's on the receivers, and the receivers let him down big time. The running game let him down big time. I'm looking at you, DeMarco Murray. Not that anyone deserves an ultimate pat on the back. It's not like anyone was running the ball on this team. This 300 monster we all psyched about last year. But I'd be fine with Bradford in that it's going to be a different system too, because I don't know what the Doug Peterson system is going to look like. If Chip Kelly was still here, I'd be so much against signing Sam Bradford because he just does not work in Chip Kelly's system. He does not work in Chip Kelly's style of football. Will he work in Peterson's style of football? What is his style of football? We can take what we saw in Kansas City, but Kansas City was Andy Reid's baby. Like I was telling you all year, that was an Andy Reid quintessential team and quintessential Andy Reid style of play. We haven't seen Doug Peterson call all the shots. I know Andy Reid will say like, "Oh, I let Doug Peterson call all the shots in the second half and everything, blah, blah, blah." I'll believe it when I see it. As someone who didn't want Bradford back here, I'm leaning much more to the side of bringing Bradford back. Which brings us to option 2. The guy in Washington that sat on the bench while Kirk Cousins played an entire season. No. N to the motherfucking O, no. Do I think he has something left to do, a little bit of damage left in this league? Yeah, I do. But frankly, I don't want another retread here. And frankly, you bring him in here, he falls flat on his face. You're the Cleveland Eagles. So just no, and no. Which brings us to draft a quarterback. Draft a quarterback with an early teens pick. I don't much follow college football at all or anything like that, but I know when there's not a big pulse for a quarterback. If you're drafting a quarterback, you're drafting on an instinct of getting lucky. I don't want to put my team's starting quarterback future on the ledge of luck, of getting lucky. Because if there was someone who deserved to be starting in this league, they'd be picked before 14. They'd be picked in the single digits. You may luck out and you may find someone who ends up being the next Tom Brady, who is taken in the 199th pick in the draft. You may luck out with something like that, but frankly, if you draft a quarterback like that and they fall flat on their face, you're the Cleveland Eagles. Which brings us to the guy with the Mexican last name. First name Mark. I only get a minor urge to vomit just saying his first name, Mark. All right, all joking aside and gagging aside, if Mark Sanchez is the quarterback of this team, it is officially a unwatchable season of football. That's the Eagles' way of saying, hey, you know what? To hell with it. We're just going to tank this season. Like, I know it's hard to tank in a league like the NFL, but that's basically their way of saying they gave up. And frankly, I don't want to see a team that flat out said, you know what? There's no possible way to do anything this year, so let's just let this guy who has no business being the starting quarterback on this team. Because frankly, he just doesn't even deserve the right. He doesn't even deserve the right to start. He deserves the right to be gone. The right to remain silent. As Aunt Miranda used to tell me, remain silent, Archie. The fuck did I just say? Anyways, and who is Aunt Miranda? She has rights, you know. Oh, my God. So, Mark Sanchez at quarterback. I wouldn't even want to make videos. Like, I wouldn't even want to make videos hyping up Eagles games or anything because I just wouldn't care. Like, I would still follow my team. I would still root for my team, but I wouldn't care. I mean, unless Doug Peterson ends up being the end-all, be-all, getting blood out of a stone type coach, which he probably won't be, but I'm not going to write him off till I see what he's got. So, What do I think is really going to happen? What I want to happen is Bradford to get re-signed. What do I think is really going to happen? I think Doug Peterson is not going to get his way because Howie Dickface Roseman is back in charge. And this stupid ass is going to draft a quarterback. Boy, I was all for getting Chip Kelly out of here, but boy, if you told me, Chip Kelly's going to be out of here, but you're going to have Howie Roseman back at GM, I'd be like, all right, let's give Chip one more year. Because I just do not like the fact, and this is going to be another Howie Roseman draft fuck up. I just got a bad feeling. Bad feeling. And again, I hate drafting on the premise of getting lucky. Finding a quarterback that is worthy of starting. And frankly, drafting a quarterback also means you're probably going to have Sanchez starting the season, if not most of the season for you, because you don't want to throw a green as grass rookie in there right away unless they are certifiably looking like the real deal in camp, in preseason. But again, what they look like in camp and preseason don't mean jack shit in my book. Anyway, we got a long season ahead of us, Eagles fans. And I'll be here to suffer with you and hopefully get a lot more highs than we're expecting. Because I think that defense is going to be really good. And if guys like Jordan Matthews can actually learn how to catch the football, or at least just stop dropping the ball so much. If DeMarco Murray can learn how to run again, or just run out of shotgun while the quarterback is lined under center, there's still a lot of hope for next year. Do I think we're going for a Super Bowl next year? Absolutely not. Let's be real. But it could be a fun, exciting year. Jesus Christ, we're not even to the draft yet, and I'm talking about expectations for next season already. Son of a bitch. I'm just going to cut it off right there. Anyways, what do you guys out there think the Eagles are going to do with the quarterback situation? Because honestly, I have no absolute feeling either way. But I'm fearing the worst at this point. Have a good day, guys. And sorry for making another football video. Fuck the Dallas Cowboys. By the way, I'll leave a link in the video description that the Tigers guy, he made a video highlighting me and my rivalry with the Dallas Cowboys over the past season. It's called We Don't Have a Tony. Anyways, I'll have it linked in the bottom there. Ciao. Ciao? When do I ever end my videos with ciao? Fucking European. Have a good day, everyone. I guess technically, ancestry-wise, I am. Shut the fuck up and end your video.